What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Now today's video is a bit different from my usual videos. We're not doing a passive income project or a project review or anything like that. We're actually going to be doing a bit of a story, and this is how I lost about $7,500 Canadian with an NFT. And that NFT is no other than the Doge Pound. I want to be very clear, this isn't an attack on Doge Pound. This is simply just talking about my thought process throughout this, my emotions throughout this experience, and what I plan on doing moving forward when it comes to this NFT, and I guess just NFTs in general. Now, let's take a look right here at what exactly this NFT is. We're going to go over to my Instagram, which you guys definitely need to go follow, and we are here right here, and it says, just spent 1.9 ETH, which at the time was about $8,000 Canadian on this NFT. Now, this NFT, it looks pretty cool. I still don't have a name for him, but this is this NFT, right? And if you go on OpenSea, we can see it is this one right here. And we can see right now the highest offer is 0.22 ETH. So you're probably wondering, Radies, how did you go from an 8K or a 1.9 ETH investment to now a 0.22 ETH investment, right? So here's the thing, right? When I bought this NFT, I had two strategies, or I guess two main things, maybe even three. And they were, one, I wanted to buy an NFT off the floor. So I wasn't looking to get a rare one. I wasn't looking to do any of that. I simply just wanted to get an NFT that was at the floor price. So I know that if the floor goes up, this NFT is basically guaranteed to be priced at that floor. And if the floor goes down, again, I am basically at the floor. So I'm not trying to buy a rare one because the rare ones do tend to move more. Now, another thing I knew is this was an NFT that had a lot of utility and was like established when it comes to being an NFT. I would argue that this was at one point a almost blue chip NFT, right? Mid-tier, almost blue chip. I'd say that's what it was at. I think a lot of people could agree. And the third thing I knew is this had a huge community, and it had a lot of people, a lot of famous influencers, and a lot of people just backing this project. So it's like, okay, this seems to be a almost guaranteed profit and almost guaranteed flip. Now, where did things go wrong? Well, let's take a look at the Doge Pound right now, and we can see the floor price of this is 0.298. Okay, this is just a whole collection over here. We can see there are a bunch of Doges at 0.2, 0.3s, right? So it's not looking good. So when we take a look at ETH, 0.29 ETH is 545 US buckaroos. Now, like I said, guys, I basically did a negative 10x, which is not good at all. But why is this, and what is going on with the Doge Pound? So to be very clear, when it comes to utility, the Doge Pound, they are building a bunch of cool stuff, right? They have their puppies collection, they have a nice roadmap, and they have a bunch of games that they're working on, and they pretty much transitioned into a gaming studio, and it's very cool what they're doing. But one thing about NFTs is the market doesn't really care sometimes. You can have the best utility, you can have the greatest art, you can have sometimes literally the best use cases, but if the market doesn't care, then the market's not going to care. And sometimes the market won't pick up on a lot of good things, but they'll pick up on utter garbage, right? They'll pick up on trash projects that should not really be valued at what they're valued. And that was one thing that I learned very, very quickly, because I was seeing a bunch of these other projects come in, boom, 10 ETH floor price, boom, just going crazy. And I was wondering, okay, like why is this like mooning? Like, what is going on? And a lot of the times it's literally just a bunch of people coming together and saying, hey, you know what? Today we're going to pump this. And that's just what happens, right? So I also did, I guess, kind of understand that I'm pretty good when it comes to picking stocks and picking cryptos, but when it comes to picking NFTs, so far I have not been good at that at all. And the other thing is, I do wish I was a bit more liquid and I had more money to play with NFTs, or sorry, had more money to play with when it comes to NFTs, because I feel like there were a few trades that I did actually talk about, and I was like, I wish I had the liquidity to do this, and I turned out I was right. So that's one thing. Another thing I do want to say is, this NFT that I bought, I know it is kind of expensive, like 1.9 ETH, it's like 8,000 Canadian dollars, like I said. And for me, that was still a small portion of my portfolio. Obviously, now my portfolio is like super wrecked. So looking at it in terms of how much money that is now, it doesn't really add up. But 1.9 ETH wouldn't have been an insane amount to my overall portfolio. So I was still okay making this risk. And that's why I'm still okay. Like, even though I pretty much lost everything, I haven't sold, I still own this NFT. But even though I've pretty much lost like all its value, I'm not really tripping out. So another thing I want to show you guys is NFTpricefloor.com. And I bought this on January 10th, which I can show you guys right here. Sale to release on January 10th. So, excuse me, on January 10th, we can see there was a little bit of a dip, and it was at 1.9 ETH, and I thought, okay, you know what, at 1.9 ETH we can see that this is over 3 ETH at one point, and it was slowly starting to decline, and then it seemed like it was going to do a reversal. Okay, so I was like, okay, you know what, this is a sniper entry, boom, they get into it. And then ever since then, there was one other time at peak where I could have probably sold it at a profit, or maybe like a couple days right here, but I didn't do that because I was like, okay, you know what, this is going to moon, this is going to do well. And this was before crypto really like completely crashed, so that also happened, and then boom, ever since then it's just been on a steady decline. And like I said, guys, they are still building, they are still doing a bunch of cool stuff. I think the Doge Pound, when it comes to utility, is one of the best NFTs. Right now would probably be like a good time to buy. Like, I wish I kept my ETH, because maybe right now I'd buy 2 of them, but that's just not true, and that's just not the case, because I bought at 1.9 ETH, and I guess I held my bag. Looking back at it too, maybe I could have just sold and tried to time the market and whatnot, because I don't know. It's very interesting, and the game of NFTs are very interesting. And obviously, I do own my own NFT collection, and there are other NFTs I own as well. And I'm really starting to understand that, you know what, utility doesn't always matter, and sometimes the utility NFTs that you buy and hold forever usually end up perishing in value and in utility. But hey, that's just the name of the game. I hope this video had some sort of value or some sort of learning experiences. Hope you guys could, I guess, relate in some sort of way, or I guess learn from my mistakes. If you guys want me to make more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, guys, until next time, remember, stay seeking success.